Greetings, Africa. Greetings, global Africa. This is King H, the philosopher king. I just came across a very intriguing article which reads, J. Hurst has accused Europeans of forcing LGBT onto Africa and weaponizing homosexuality in a series of tweets about colonization. You see, I don't know who J. Hurst is. Actually, and from seeing his article, I noticed that he's a rapper, and I decided to look more into his YouTube, and I saw how his music is very powerful because there's so many people who are watching his music, over 70 million views in one of his songs. But that's beside the point. The fact is, he's a great rapper. People listen to him, and he's made this statement in his Twitter. He said, "Well, I'll read it over again." J. Hurst has accused Europeans of forcing LGBT onto Africa and weaponizing homosexuality in a series of tweets about colonization. And the fact is that is true. That is absolutely true. Europeans, not just Europeans. Europeans also includes the Western nations, are forcing down homosexuality on Africa and black people in the global scene. Especially, they're trying to concentrate, especially on African countries, which is why you see some of the one of the president of Uganda decide to create a law about killing homosexuals. In the whole of Africa, the 54 countries in Africa, it's only one country that has actually legalized homosexuality, and the people, even there, are still fighting against it. And the reason why that was even legalized in South Africa is because you see they have a strong white minority in South Africa, and that's the only reason that was even, put in place. The whites accept that nonsense, so they promote that shit. So J. Hurst, don't take your word back. Say what you mean what you say. Don't stand on your words. It doesn't matter how it affects the public, because propaganda is one key that the Western world uses, and we Africans must learn to use propaganda as well. And when I talk about propaganda, it's speaking our mind boldly on issues that concerns Africa. And he agrees. The rapper began tweeting about Europeans' colonization of Africa on Monday, writing in a post that's not been deleted. Stop forcing LGBT on us. Live your life. I don't care, but I don't force it on, and I don't force it on me. Especially when you don't want to recognize this black struggle. You see, Africans, let me tell you something. One of the reasons why the Western world, Western nations are actually forcing down homosexuality on us Africans or black people globally is the fact that they don't want to recognize what they have done to African people. They enslave African people for 400 years. They colonized African people for that goddamn long, and we're still suffering the effects of their colonization in Africa and globally in African people. But they don't want to recognize that. When the Jewish were killed by Germans, they got reparations. When the Japanese was bombed by the United States, is it World War I or World War II? Anyway, in fact, when they were bombed, they got reparations. African people, black people all over, have suffered through colonization and slavery. They have not gotten anything out of that. It's our right to demand reparations from them, and it's our right to stand for our beliefs. Homosexuality is not part of our culture. It's not part of our way. And we will not accept it. The only way to accept it is to wipe us all out on earth. but we will not accept homosexuality. That's just the absolute truth. Now, you could say I'm homophobic. I don't give a damn. Because those are words, and words are created by people. You say a black man like me is homophobic. Well, I don't say you're heterophobic. I've actually said that before in the past. So it's another word I'd create. Those who are homosexual are heterophobic, which is why they've decided to become homosexuals. We Africans don't believe in that system, and we will not accept it, no matter what. We've been struggling for so many years against white superiority, white power against black people, and we will not back down. We want our freedom, complete freedom, economic freedom, and we want it exclusively away from these people because they have maltreated us for so long and they don't give a damn because they benefit from what they want to benefit. They benefit from the exploitation. France still does it. Britain still does it. Other Western nations still does it. Look at it here in the United States. How often do you hear about police killing black people? What have they done about that? It's time for black people in the United States to start asking for reparation from that, including the years of slavery and the maltreatment they get from white people and the Western world. So don't chew your words back. When you say what you mean what you say and stand by it. Because that's what white people do. When they say something, they stand by it. Don't be scared to speak your mind. You got one life. All you can do is kill you. But so long as we are alive, we should be bold enough to speak what we think and act on what we think. Because that's what they do. That's what true freedom is about. That's what true independence, sovereignty of the mind is about. So I don't give a damn about white people thinking that they could force down homosexuality on us Africans, and thinking that they could use create words like homophobic. If you consider us to be homophobic, then you are heterophobic. Simple as that. That's how I see it. First of all, the whites have never accepted black people, and they will never accept black people. They will never accept black people forever. It's as simple as that. Most black people need to put that in their mind. They will never accept black people, and they will never accept black people for in eternity. Completely, in the end of time, they will never accept black people. That's just as simple as that. And I accept that, and that's do me as a black person. I be who I am. I speak what I want to speak. I say what I gotta say because I have a mind of my own. And if I have to defend what I am saying, I do so. So, following the backlash on Twitter, he added, "Trust me, I ain't homophobic." You see, that's the line. They want you to say you're not homophobic. Oh, we buy your music, so you have to... Man, fuck that shit. Jehus from Britain, fuck that shit. Is that what... That is what you think? That's what you feel? Stand by it. Don't be scared. Don't back down. Because that's exactly what they work on. That's exactly what they expect us to do. Back down. Get scared. When you tweet something like that, or when you say something of your mind, they want you to be afraid. They feed on that fear. And that fear now controls your mind. And then now you try to retract what you said. Don't fall on that shit. They've tried so hard to push down LGBT agenda in the whole of Africa. Because you know why? By doing that, it will reduce the population. When men are getting married to men and women are getting married to women, who are the ones having children? The population will drop. That is the agenda. They're trying to control the population in Africa. We gotta think. You know? But, man, stay focused. Speak your mind. Mean what you say and stand by it, even if it takes you to your early grave. Many of our black leaders who spoke their mind, stood by it, died. Thomas Sankara was one of them. When he stood by his words, they used his best friend to kill him. Because he wasn't playing to the politics of France or to the politics of the West. They took him out. And they do that all the time. Why? Because they want to be superior. They want to control the system. They want to set the agenda. The LGBT agenda was set by them and they're pushing it on African people. But we will not accept it. We will not tolerate it. Because we are a people and we think and act based on our thoughts. And they will not stop us. Just because they think they're superior. Just because they colonize us. Just because they enslave us. No. We will not tolerate that. So, J-Herz, man, stay focused on that shit. I'm really moved by what you said, but some of the fact that they're trying to say that you're homophobic, that's why you're saying this or blah, blah, blah. Don't buy into that. Don't buy into it. We are at war against the West. And not only against the West, we are at war against the East as well. As Africans. Because the entire world treat us as inferior. The entire world look down on black people. Black people don't have power in the world. They get killed daily. And the world doesn't give a damn. So us black people must give a damn about us. That's just the absolute truth. And we must stand by what we believe and fight for it till the end. This is King H, the Philosopher King. Till next time, the next Marcus Garvey.